Can you shut the door for me, please? I've done all this one before. Why is it still asking me? Okay. We are live. Good morning. No, I said good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Please come in. Let's rub mind.
Hello everyone, hope you're well. Welcome to the channel. Happy weekend to you. So I just want to drop this now. You see this light here?
Okay, just that. I think one can still log in with another email. It will take us to I don't know who just joined. People will just come in and decide to cook so quickly. Come on. Come on, help a sister out. Remove an account. I think I need to remove this one. Hello. So, happy new month. Happy new month to you all. Hope you're doing well. I pray that this month is going to favor us in numerous way, even what we are not even expecting that will happen this month, which are the good things. Things that you think is going to take 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. I pray that God will speed them up for your own good. In Jesus' name, let everything favor us. Everything that is going to happen, no matter how people are complaining, let things favor us. Let it favor our family. It should favor us regarding our work, our health, and all that. In Jesus' name, amen, and amen. So, StreamYard has decided not to be my friend. Today is the 4th. I don't know, maybe you've almost reached your yeah. I don't know how many hours I have left on StreamYard, but I know it's telling me I've almost exhausted and I don't know I don't know how many hours I have left. I don't know why it won't show us how many hours or minutes we have left. I'm also trying to be on I don't even know if they can hear me on Facebook. I'm trying to also log in on Facebook. Add current tab. You will find your no, that's not what I mean. That's not what I want. I'm trying to divide the screen into two. This one is accessing your camera and microphone. I beg before then, streaming software. What streaming software do I have? I don't know how they use streaming software also. Let me just do my day jeje, jeje, jeje. I said, let me come in and do some ranting here. And as the title says, the title for today is Should Couple Have a Special Items? If you can maybe recollect from your parents or you right now, if you're married or you're in a relationship, that we sort of have a special, some people have a mug and they'll say, this is my mug, nobody must use it. And some people are so, they take it so personal that if anyone touches it, wala berry, wala will come. Even the children, people that already have children. Oh, I've not logged in. I've not go live on. When are you going live now? That means I have to start all over again. There is my wife that is okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Taju or Kemi, if you watch this, please get in touch. I will need you to also join this for me. Let's chat. Happy new month, everyone. Happy new month to you all. Hope you're doing well. I pray that this month is going to favor us and it's going to be a month of unexpected favor. Favor, things that you don't expect, things that you're waiting for, you're planning or you're working on that you think is going to take a couple of months. God will speed them for you, He will speed them in your favor. Wherever you're waiting for, you're looking up to God for, He will answer your heart desire too in Jesus' mighty name. Soon, amen. No matter how people are complaining that things are tight, things are not going well as planned, may God let you have ease process in achieving those your goals or what you're looking up to Him for. And for those who are looking for the fruit of the womb, may the Lord bless you. The Lord that blesses us. It's not because we're perfect. It's not because I'm perfect. I'm not a perfect person, but God decide that what in His infinite mercy is going to do it for me, and every other people that God has done it for. I pray that God will use that, or God will also do it for you as well in the mighty name of Jesus. You will hear the cry of a baby, of children in your house in Jesus' mighty name for those who are expecting and any other things that you're expecting or you're looking up to God for. It shall be so in Jesus' name. Amen. It shall be so for me too in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. We've got loads of things that we're looking up to God for. So I pray that that our answer will come so speedily in Jesus' name. We will not be tired. We will not be tired in Jesus' name. Because what the devil wants is that we get fed up of everything and you give up. And when we give up, there's no that spirit to want to try again or to move on. So yeah, someone that just joined, please indicate and let me give you a shout out. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, as I was saying, I'll be flipping pages from time to time because of logging on Facebook. So, and I'm kind of new to it. I'm trying to know how to do things. I said I was going to come back and check all these things, but I haven't been able to do that. Preview link. Click on the link below to view what your viewer sees. Um. Okay, this is what the viewer can see me from. Okay, you're now watching a live video broadcast and other viewers can see what you're watching too. Okay, so this is where I will need to Okay, just I'm just flipping through the Facebook page, please. I don't know as I reduce the volume, maybe it's gonna reduce it with audience as well. I'm not sure. So the topic for today, like it says, I know someone has given the video a thumbs up. Thank you. I was asking, should couple have a special item, special tools, kitchen utensils, special corners? Should we have that in our Should we have that in the house? When we were growing up, we know how our parents usually will have a special maybe plate, a special cup for their husband, our daddies, and it's only meant for them whenever they want to use. If we see anyone using those cups, you will see the way they will scream that that's daddy's cup. So you're not allowed to. And daddy will have a space as well. It sits a corner that is just made for daddy. So, God, I don't know if this thing is echoing because I could hear the other background. So, I think I'll just close this one and concentrate on the other one. Hello, I want to believe you can still hear me from Facebook as well. So, is there any need in the world we're in right now? The world is civilized, people can ask questions. Those questions we're not able to ask our parents then, or the challenges, the way you can kind of challenge them, ask them questions, what's happening, why do you have a special cup, how right now the world we're in, our children, the children of nowadays, they can ask questions because they have a free mind. Good morning, Chisom. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. I know it's good morning to you, that's why I'm saying good morning, because it's afternoon here. I know you guys must have just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's early morning over there. Thanks for coming. I'm just doing my usual here. I saw you online when I woke up this morning. I just checked my phone and I saw the link you sent to the group. So I click on it. I was actually responding. Then the thing just went off. But I've actually done up to, I don't know, maybe an hour. Then it just suddenly went off. So I'm thinking it could be YouTube streaming. The other day I was after an hour live, then I left it on to face the aquarium. And after like I think 2 hours, it stopped it itself. Maybe that's their own protocol. I don't know. And now is your little one and the um should I call her babe? Your young adult, your teenage like babe. Yes, you to kick me out. I think maybe that's what they do after a few hours. They should let us know if it's 2 hours we're able to, you're restricted to only 2 hours or 2.5 hours. So that one would just work towards that time. They just do what they like. But hope you are able to get the stream on your would I say playlist or profile? Because I went there a couple of times. I tried to restart and but I couldn't find it. So I don't know, maybe it's gonna come on later. Okay, that's fine. So today I'm talking about special items that we have at home. Let me close this laptop because I'm still trying to set it up. that we have at home. Our parents also had it then. Some are maybe cups, plates. You cannot touch it. It has to be for daddy alone. It has to be for mommy alone. It has to be for myself. I do it too. So it's not, I'm not perfect. I'm not here to paint the, oh, she's so, no, I do it too. Sometimes even the children will say, oh, that's mommy's the so thing. They too, they have their own, but some people are so obsessed with it that no one can touch it. Mind you, someone people can you they can touch it. It's not as if it's a no thing, but it does cause chaos or would I say resentment or beef, conflict in relationship at home. As some people that have already have children and they notice it, some of them are thinking, is this a right method, is this the right thing to do? This is what I feel we should discuss. If I haven't said happy new month to you, happy new month to you. I have said it in when I started the stream, like 2 times already. So in case I've missed saying that to you, just some happy new month to you. I pray is a new, it will be a favorable month to you, and it will be a fruitful and pleasant one. May your prayer be answered in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to see if I can see how many hours that StreamYard said I have left. Your plan include 5 hours of recording storage. Your team 0 seconds. This StreamYard is not balanced, so it will tell me that you've almost reached your monthly usage limit on the plan. But if I click on the thing, it will tell me I have a 5 hour. I don't know. I'm even don't strain too much because it's easier to actually stream through StreamYard. If anyone knows how to use OBS, please come and put me through. I've been trying to do that. It's better than YouTube. YouTube, I love you, but you're not being nice to us when it comes to this streaming. Chisom said, I saw all your comments. I'm already at work, but I will keep this mini running, but I can't stop listening to you. No problem. No problem. No problem. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, they are not my friend. We like StreamYard, but StreamYard want us to pay. And if I continue to pay that amount they want every month, then what else now? If it's just about $5.99, it's okay, but it's $25. That's like 24, 23 pounds here. Just for I don't know, no. I think that money can go into something else. I cannot practice what I would know. I cannot start what I know I won't finish. Of course, such thing is not like it's by force you must pay, um continue to pay. You can pay for a year bundle, which you have about £20. Is it £19, £20 discount? But if you pay monthly, that's how it comes to that 20 something pounds. But I can't do that. Not now. Okay, so as I was saying, some people do have these special cups. This cup, for example, I use this for my coffee and my lemon sometimes. I've got different cups, and in the house they know me that I'm obsessed with cups. Once we go to store, I'll look at cups and bottle. I look at how easy one can use it, how the lock, their method of not letting things spill out, maybe the color, and I will want to pick the shape. I look at so many this thing about that, but when it comes to clearing jar like this and I'm just at home sitting down, I don't mind having it so I can see the content of my drink. So they don't really like to use this anyway. But if there are some if there are some cups that at home is only meant for you. Some people is a chair. For me, this chair, this corner. Some people must have noticed this is where I always sit down when I come to the sitting room, and I'm able to recline the chair maybe based on my back issue. So I'm able to recline the chair whenever I feel tired. And they do come here to sit here sometimes, and they want to charge their phone. It all depends. But there are some people that have a no, is they have zero tolerance for their things being touched. So we know when it comes to cars, most men, the cars sort of want to replace their husband, their wife. And I think with some wife to do us that the cars replace, they don't want anyone to touch their thing. But having children and they're noticing this thing, do you think those children would take it as a normal thing, or they're also having question between in their mind, thinking of why is this necessary? Is why is this being practiced? Is it okay? Do you think they would take that would I say mentality or practice outside as well? Are these things that we need to look into? I think discussion needs to be done on maybe each family if they have children that they think might be curious, or some who will ask the same. They'll ask question that why do you have so thing to yourself? Some is not as if it's a spiritual ritual. They just maybe they just get carried away, just having the things themselves. I like having things, my own things. I'm not gonna lie, but it depends. My own thing doesn't mean that no one can touch it, but it's just that don't mess it up. If you come to my corner, you sit there, please make sure you get it tied to your bag. I don't want to come here to come want to sit and I start packing their airband or anything. That's part of the things that me I like, that when you want to touch my thing or use my a corner, please make sure you leave it tidy. So, and let's say some daddies in the house, like when we're growing up, some of them have this um how do I say? Aside from the corner, they have this. Their wife, our mothers will have this special plates. Remember, there are so many special plates they make. Them there are some that they will draw some characters. Those are they are metals. It's not even aluminium. They are metals, but they will draw some will draw pot there, flowers. They just make them so unique. Some of them will be in three sets where you can put the stew, the food, and this thing. Then they use it mostly. Some of them use them mostly when they have visitors or when it's a special occasions, those kind of a thing. But when it comes to some plates that every time their parents want to eat, this plate is for daddy, this plate is for mommy. And that's how some of us got this from. That's what how where some of us got this from. Do you think is something that would be disturbing, um could disturb the children, or could cause something in the house? It will cause would I say gap, can give a relationship a gap, a space, or is it a normal thing? Do you think it's normal? Do you think everyone will see it that way? Some people that they don't practice it where they are coming from, and they have someone who is practicing it. Some of them will be curious to know why is it special? Is there something to it? That is a bit loud. Okay, must you hear something? Isn't it you're just playing it? Okay, good boy. If you still need to hear, come on, you can increase it a little bit, but don't make it too loud, okay? Good. Bless you. You're hungry. Did you say you're hungry? No. Okay. Okay, so sorry about that. I've got some few things I need to check on. How is the recent trending issue eating you on Instagram? I plan to discuss that, but I really want to go get back to StreamYard before I come and tackle some of these couples issue. You know what is happening right now, that people will just they have their issue. The next thing is social media is the best place to bring it into. And remember, wherever you don't keep private, you bring things that you bring online. You should be ready for the online in-laws. You would not be happy with all the comments the online in-laws are gonna be dropping out there for you. Some will sweet you, while some would not. Um, if you're watching me from Facebook, please drop a message, drop a comment, an emoji. Let me see you and give you a shout out. I know someone is here viewing. So if I may also kind of let you guys know about this, that I'm working on my watch hour, so you might see me coming on from time to time, and I mean on Facebook, on YouTube. I really don't know the rules for Facebook yet, but I'm just trying to connect the account to it. So as time goes on, I will know how to work on both. Can you add someone on YouTube? Um, I think you can. Where engage with your audience. Let me see. I think there's a place where before you log in, I think before you log in or on your mobile, there's a place where it says come live together, maybe with someone. Yes. But if you want to add someone on YouTube, there should be, I know I've seen 2 or 3 people that were using YouTube and they dropped the link. It's just that the way the link works with YouTube is different from the way it works with StreamYard. So there's a lot one needs to learn here really. A toggle stamp, community moderation participant. I don't know where they actually get the link. Maybe it's before they come online, come live, that they will have to get the link. I don't know. But I have seen people getting come online, and but YouTube only does just one. I remember I joined a program. I didn't go live for the person. I didn't click the link, but I did it. I noticed it's only one guest they can have, and it wasn't too clear. The person was in Nigeria or is in Nigeria, so I don't know. Maybe it was the network. That's from your questions. I haven't seen where um I can find something to do with add participant, or I can't see it here yet. I might need to check that on YouTube later to see how you invite someone in. YouTube are not making it easy for themselves, not me. Um yeah, so with the I don't know, when I find that out, I will let you know. And also with YouTube, I don't okay, there is a place where you can mute, but you know when you quickly want to go and pick up something, or you know how you just take camera off and it shows your maybe. I haven't seen that on YouTube yet. I haven't seen that. That's And YouTube has a lot of work to, a lot of things to work on. Yeah, I don't know how they. I feel they should have noticed that a lot of people don't use them. They should have improved that, but they haven't. Because the features here are so limited. Since which channel?
Alright, somewhere around the somewhere around the mountain.
I'm trying to find. So I found something that could actually also put in as a discussion. Someone sent a message. And also, is it also a good thing to give yourself a pet name? I was going to, I don't know if I should do that in another stream. I have so many topics that I've written down. Maybe I can actually join that in the. Should you give yourself a pet name? Is it very important? Is it of benefit? Is it encouraging to give yourself pet names? Are pet name really important in relationship? And being, people getting used to it. Are you meant to actually stick to it? Giving yourself pet names. I got I got this this message that someone was asking that they dated someone who's much older than them, and when they stop dating the person is asking them not to call them by their name anymore. Like, stop calling me by my name or the pet name. Is pet name really important? How do you see it? Is it of benefit in a relationship?
Just kidding.
The question is, you can add someone on YouTube, or you meant to ask, can you add someone on YouTube? But I think I answered as in, can you? Not that you're telling me that I can. I don't know which, but I did answer the can you, which is a yes. But I haven't really seen the link or how to do it, which I'll try to sort out. I'm trying to find out how I can use OBS. That's another stream, um would I say, stream site. It's a bit difficult. It's not as straightforward as a StreamYard.
Is it funny business?
So the person that is watching me on Facebook, can you please drop an emoji? Let me know you're watching me, guys. Also contribute. Oh, I saw there's a comment. How do I even know? Oh God, I don't know what the comment is. Eh, okay, remember to give the videos a thumbs up. I can see you on Facebook. Thank you. So, what's a pet name for? Is it very important? Must couple have special items, special cups, special utensils, special corners? Is it ideal? Is it beneficial? Is it going to cost anything? Do you think people, your partner or your family, will see it as something else? Some people actually think once you're so obsessed with it, then it becomes a ritual. Is it something that you see as a ritual? Do you think is important? Some people can't, they cannot use the same cup you use. I would love not to use someone else's cup though. Seriously, I would love to have my own cup, to use a new cup. If someone uses a cup, except maybe it's my son and I want to sip from his drink or water, or he can't finish it, and I said, okay, let me finish up. That's when I can use the cup. But if not, We have to wash the cup. If the cup is washed and it's where we keep cups, and I want to use water, I want to take water, I might take a cup, take the cup, but using the same cup where it hasn't been washed, then no. But some people take that personal. They take their cup so special. You can't touch it. You can't use it. You can't. You need to. They, in fact, they expect you to treat it as They expect you to treat it as I don't know. Should I call it an idol? Let me pause this thing. I mean, mute this thing until it comes back to play. So those are the two topic I would like us to talk about. Let's see. Is there any special reasons? Do you do it unknowingly and you got used to it? How are your own people seeing it? How are your friends, your families, or if you're single and you see people practicing, how do you see it? Is it something you think you might also dive into? What I've not even been finished setting up is already giving me a sound. Do you want to allow this app to change? Don't change anything. Please. Yeah. So do you think some people are using these special items to create boundaries? Is it a form of respect to have a special cup, special corner, special? I can't say special cup for women because women has their when they are cooking they have their things that they like. Um, special couch. Like for me, for us, we have I've got a corner, a side I sleep while on the bed. Is it that some people will say anywhere that whoever jumps into bed first, any side they get in, then you have to pick the other side. No, for us we have left, right. So I have a bedside table, so I keep my things there. It's different from my own from my husband. So it's only maybe I'm running around, I will just move to a side. So, but some they just feel no, anyone can just go into any corner. Do you think is also important? Is does it cause anything? Should that be respected? Should that be practiced? What was for him and not was for B? That's part of my keys in life. How do you undo yours? How do you go about it? Creating boundaries. So the special cup you use for your husband cannot be used by someone else. The special cutleries you use cannot be used by anyone else. Why? Why? The special set of dishes he eats with with the the special set of dishes he eats with should not be touched by someone else living with you. Say for example, they will say, "Oh, that's daddy's meat." Should you actually have one left over for him? As we were growing up, then the daddy has to has the biggest meat. He has to have everything, three meat, two meat, and all that. Do you guys do that? Is it very? What message are we passing across? Why do we actually practice that as well? And some people as well, whenever you're in the sitting room, you cannot sit peacefully in your own way like you're in your own house. You must They must have a special sitting position in the house, and it's known and respected by all. Are you okay? Okay. It's known and respected by all. I'm reading a few things I jotted down. So I know we want to be free with everything living with us, with everyone living with us. But if there is a particular TV program your husband watches, your spouse watches, or whoever at a particular time, it's also advisable that you kind of, maybe if you know there's a special program and it's getting to that time, don't try to engage the TV towards that time, except it's a very important thing. And communication matters. You can have a discussion with your spouse, your husband, your wife about the program. If you guys don't have another maybe TV box or TV set, if you don't have a special I need to find this thing. Why is this so? It's getting hot, hot, hot. So I saw this site online where it says, if your husband watches a particular time at a particular time, please pass the memo around to everyone to leave the remote control for him when it comes to the sitting room. Why do you think so? Why should they pass the remote? You can pick the remote. If he needs help, of course, I don't mind. I don't mind if he needs help for the remote to be picked. But that doesn't mean people cannot sit around him. Some people, I've got a friend, which obviously is not my Facebook link or YouTube. But in case it bumps into this in the near future, I've got a friend that once her husband is around, that sitting room is like a no-go area. For them to step into is to step into the sitting room is either it's like they want to go and drop put his food on the table, on the dining table for him, and everyone is going to leave. The whole house is going to be so cold, so quiet. Once it's done, once it's done eating, he's not the type that gets up to take the plate to the sink. He just gets up from the dining and just walks straight to where there is TV and sit down, and that's all. It doesn't do anything. Like, and his children are used to it. If you're talking, they'll say, "Shh, that is how." Like, why must people whisper? Why can't there be freedom? I do understand, you respect and regard them, but when it's going to the extreme, do, do, please give me a minute here, please. It's from YouTube. Yeah, so why does some people have that practice? And the guy knows, if for me, if you notice that your families are actually going away, they will go upstairs or go and sit in the kitchen till when you finish eating. And once you finish eating, they will take the plate. They can't even really sit with him. His eldest son right now, which is in his early 20s, can sometimes once in a while go into um can sometimes go into maybe there and sit down, maybe if he's watching a football. Aside that, they try to give him space. Why? It does to me, it doesn't encourage a cordial relationship. We need to be careful sometimes when when our children are also growing. If you don't form that relationship, and you don't engage well with your children, once they start when they go to uni and they come back, they will treat you, kind of find that space that they can't really discuss things with you, they can't open up with you. I used to say it, once my girls go to school, I whenever we discuss, they can ask me about catch up, I can ask them about catch up. But sometimes we know they want their space. We do understand that, but it's okay to have a cordial relationship with them. Even when they leave home to go to school, you will miss them sometimes. Else, I don't think like that man will be missing his son when he's gone to school. When you are not going to see them for months, can you please sit in a place? Is that okay? Do you want to go upstairs? Hold on a minute, please. Hello, tutor lunch. I hope I got it right. Please don't be mad at me if I don't get it right. Is it tutor lunch? You're welcome. Please forgive me about the noise. My son has been a bit restless. Okay. You're welcome to the channel. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate you for coming. So I'm talking about you know, couples, spouse having a special item, special cups, special lounge table, maybe special corner, special something something that's in the house. And in a way, we practice it. We have special plates. Some take it so important that no one can near it. And I was saying when we are growing up, then our parents they do have it. They will say, "Oh, that plate is for daddy. That plate is for mom. No one can touch it." Like, do we practice it? Why is it being practiced? Are we explaining this thing to the children, or those children are just having those questions running in their mind? But the children of nowadays, most of them will obviously ask question that why do you have a special cup? If you have it and you have a cup, this is your cup, or this is your plate, this is your corner, but they can still use it. It's just as long as they keep it clean, that's fine. But there are some that is a no area. They see it as being disrespectful. If you're able to, if you use your daddy's cup, that is disrespectful. Is it like that? Do you think it is respectful to use your husband's special cup, your wife's special cup, or daddy's special cup, as we're growing up, that we see some of these things being practiced? And I also was talking about um what was the second one I was even discussing? Let me see. I think I have a message here. Okay. Um, she said, yes, you got it. Okay, thank you. Tutor Lodge. Okay, maybe your son wants to come on screen. No, no, I understand what you mean. My family don't do that, so I try to respect the view, what they want. My children have asked them a couple of times. My girls, I mean, would you like to come on YouTube with me? They've been saying telling me no since last year. So, and I do respect that. With my son, no, he's just been going up and down. It's because he wants to play PS and his game time is over. I had to sit here while he's watching playing it so I can see what he's playing and also work with the timing. So what they can be funny. They will use the toilet, come back so that they can extend the time. Then they will remind you that I've gone to toilet. I used 5 minutes. I went to go and take a cup. I used 5 minutes. So they keep extending it. So I've extended that for a while now. So and yeah. So you said yes, we still practice it, not religiously though, because yes, like you said, they can still make use of these things. Yeah, personally, I don't even remember to use my husband personal thing, but that's because of my upbringing. I do it because I just don't see why I should get it in his way with his stuff. I see he's negotiating more time. Thank you. Yeah, he's negotiating more time. Yeah, they will think they have brain. They're on holiday and his sisters are not I have age gap between um I say age gap. It's age gap, a bit of age gap, 10 years in between him and his elder sister. So he's sort of bored sometimes, and those ones will be busy with maybe work or other things. Yeah, and then when he's done with the PS, he will wants to pick iPad and start playing games. So, we're trying to reduce some screen time, let him work with something else, do some work, kind of also get his brain engaged, and then later he can now play with it's just monitoring anyway. If not, they will get into a site you don't want them to. It's very important to put an eye on them right now. Well, thank you for that. So, like you said, that you don't practice it. I do practice it. I have some special cup. I have some cups that I love cups bottles, maybe for my drink, for my smoothie, different things. So yeah, but I don't stop anyone from using it. I'm not the type that goes like this, that they must not touch it, they must not. No, as long as it's being kept clean. I don't want to come in and find it on just being kept anyhow, or even where I'm sitting down. This is mostly my corner most times. Like I said, because I can recline the chair, I can do so. Sometimes if they come to sit here as well, they want to check their phone or the way they will look at the TV. Just so many things that they can also do in my corner. So I try to make the corner more accessible. I have things that I put here that is more accessible to me. If they want to use it, as long as when they are getting up, they keep it tidy. Simple. I don't say don't use, but when we're growing up, then there are some things they find it disrespectful for you to maybe even have a thought of sitting on your daddy's chair. The daddy will have one corner and they have one cup. You can't even slip your foot on their slippers. They find is everything is like disrespectful, disrespectful. But the children of nowadays, they don't understand all that, but some people just make sure they incorporate that into their life and they just don't see it. They don't see the need for it. Now I think about it, would happily use my dad cup than my husband. So I think the kids would just be that way. Yeah. Now if we want to think of it, what about brush? Personal brush. Ah, la 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 la. When I don't know how I will say this. I think before I had my first child, and maybe early when I had I'm talking about 19, 20 years ago now. My husband will pick up my brush as well. He doesn't mind. I cannot do it. He will just pick it and put to the brush. I was like, then it's not like up to 3 months. He just stopped it. I obviously have a conversation. So I will ask him, "Did you use this brush?" He will say, "I just pick any of the brush." I will say, "Okay, I'm going to go and buy blue." I want to make sure I bought one with color to say, "This one is your own. Don't just pick anyone." Like if I now had to use the brush, I'll wash it. I'll this one. I will use mouthwash. He now asked me, "Do am I? Is this mouth smelly?" I said, "No, it's what I'm not really used to." But people when once you guys are together, they feel everything has to be used. So it takes time as well for us to get used to certain things. So then I say it's not up to when he stopped it, let's say a month later, something like that, and he was saying, "Oh, you can't use someone's brush," and I'm more like, eh? How did that one happen? Where did we start that? When did that one start? He got used to it. So I think he had a trip or something like that. I was saying, "Oh, maybe you'll find someone that has a spare brush." He said, "If it's not new." I said, "Well, how would they not give you um use brush?" He said some people can do that. They can say, "Oh, they have a spare one. They just brought their spare one." So if it's someone, I said, "But you used my brush." They said that was then. It was because it was us. Right now, you can't even use it. So he got used to it. Everyone got used to it. We didn't. That was not introduced to the children, but I'm sure they're gonna say, "Ew." There's some way these children will say, "Ew" to things. So talking about using, having special things like brush, of course, is a personal thing, but like cups, some people take the cup is very special. Some in the bathroom, they do have like one of my child likes a personal towel. You cannot near it. Personal towel. I don't mind. Excuse excuse me, I don't mind. But you cannot if you get the same color as us, she's gonna change it because she feels it's gonna mix up. Personal things I do understand. But cups, when she wanted to try having a cup, those cup you use in rinsing your mouth, we said, "Oba now, it's just to rinse mouth. How can we have different colors of cups in the bathroom?" Just so we'll say, "Okay, this one is for A, this one is for B," just to put water and rinse your mouth or whatever. Some feel is still very personal. So the way some people take their own thing personal is quite different. Now let's think of the couples. Some find it very okay. They feel is it makes them come closer when they use their maybe boxers, their shorts. I have practiced shorts before, those shorts that we can actually wear and step out of the house, even when you want to go shopping or go outside the house at the back garden. Yeah. But boxers, no, I haven't tried it. I don't think I can. So with people that have the same, maybe would I say body shape or the same size that they can wear their partner, their boyfriend, their husband's tops. Some like it that way. Why some men don't like? I have seen it before that someone was complaining that he doesn't like when his girlfriend pick his t-shirts and wear it, that it makes him he has to neglect it. That next time she comes, she will pick something else that she doesn't like it. He doesn't like it, and I feel, or maybe if the lady feels is gonna be closer to him, or he feels him, or they are one. Some people just don't like some certain things. So like special cups, like I was saying, plates, to me is the respect they need, they attach to it. I don't mind if you use it, but please keep it tidy when it comes to my maybe cup, and maybe you just sit in my corner, you pick something from my bag, you want to use my pen or whatever, just keep it tidy. But the fact that they make it seems as if sorry guys, they make it seems as if is would I say is an idol that they must not touch, you must be worshiping, giving that special respect to. Like if you touch it, you're disrespecting your spouse, you're disrespecting your dad. No, I don't think is you're disrespecting the person, except if there's something else they've done to it. If not, why is it disrespectful? Why should some people take it as like it's been disrespectful for you to use your daddy's cup, to use your daddy's so thing? Some father don't even want their children to even touch their car key. Like no, no. Why? It doesn't bring a good relationship, that cordial relationship, people gisting time when you obviously want to have a special thing that they can't touch. You say no, 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 no area. It's not a medication, is it? That's for on that. Let me carry on reading one. So this person was saying, when it says that if you want to be free with everyone living with you, but if there's a particular TV program your husband watches at a particular time, please pass the memo around to everyone to leave the remote control for him when it comes to the sitting room. We should leave the remote. They can change the channel. Everyone can watch. You can be watching. Sometimes I'm here doing something else, and my husband want to watch. Is this Sky Sports thing? You will put it on. It's just that I know that if I need to hear something, I'll put headphone and I'll be doing my own thing. He can be watching his own program and doing the goal screens and all that. So Tutor Lund said, "Oh, their cars are their first wife, so ahead." Yes, I have actually said that in the how many minutes ago before you joined that some people their car is their another wife and is their special wife. Even the wife at home will notice it. Um, some will tell you, don't eat in my car. Oh. My husband does that. He does not want eating in the car. So if my son maybe we're going out or something, or coming some, and he will tell him, be careful, don't let something drop. This is not your mother's car. You will say, this is not your mother's car. I was like, what happened to the mother's car? And the moment they are coming down, he will take a brush. I have a brush and packer in my car as well. He will, as we're coming in, he's still staying there. He will take the brush and packer and start stripping, brushing the chair, brushing. Oh God. So they take their car so like this, so special. Don't drop the food crumbs there. They don't want them to start smelling there. They rather just clean it themselves when they know that someone has eaten there, not that for them to start noticing a smell. And he's actually experienced that before, that something dropped and he didn't know. A couple of days later, the car was smelling. He was wondering what was it, until when he started scooping around and he noticed. He felt, you see, why this one they should have eaten into this. The way men takes their own thing is different. Some men think that means you're actually showing hatred to your children, that why can't they eat in the car? Everyone with their own view. Mine don't like that it prefer if it's not like you're going on a long journey that everyone has to eat, fine. But if it's something that you can still hold on to that you get home, fine. Bring it home. When you get home, eat. Or if you when you're eating in the car, you will wind down a bit so that the food smells will not just remain in the car. Hair will circulate in. It's very kind of would I say holding on to that. You must wind down a bit so that all the smells of the food doesn't just stay in the car. So that when we pack, it's easier for him to just lock the car, not just wind down for fresh air to go in. Longer too Tutor Long said yes, he can change the channel. It's not a big deal. Anyone who wants to watch with him can. That's it now. Why should one leave this lounge for them? I see that being practiced though. That once daddy want to watch the program, their special program, let's say sport, most especially those who love sports, everyone must leave the lounge sitting room. If I'm not doing anything important that I need to do somewhere else, it's not stopping because we have chairs. It's not like I'm occupying the chair that is in front of the we can still see TV. So I don't find that very important. But everyone with their own views and points anyway. But I feel cause it might give a gap in the family if the children also observe that. So once those children get out, maybe to their friend's place, and they see the way things are being practiced there, how do you think they will look at their own family? Sometimes when my girls go out to see their friends, now that they are on holiday, if they go out to meet to their friend's place and they see their parent, they'll say, "Oh, these people they do so thing this way. I was surprised they do this way. It's different from the way we do things." I'll say, "Yeah, that's the way. Maybe that's how they grow up. That's how they do their own thing." Sometimes they find it very no, they find it unpleasant. Why some will say, "Oh, they do so thing this way. I'm seeing it for the first time. It's okay. I like it." Yeah, but this no go area thing, I don't think is some too much special respect. That's all I should say. That like feeling that it's disrespectful for you to be in the same sitting room while your father is watching TV. Don't get me wrong. If they're watching, if they receive a call and it's a personal call, do obviously 90%, 99%, 100% excuse. If they receive a phone call, apart from the pleasantry that you've heard, if you're thinking it's going personal, some will even look at you. Then you will know, you get the body language sort of. You will know if they even want to get up to walk away. You can kind of say, "Oh, I'm going to excuse," so that they can have their personal. If it's a personal discussion, they can have their distance. But certain things have been done with common sense. But leaving when they want to watch TV or a special program, I don't think so. Except if that program they want to watch is adult program. Maybe we have a child like my son now that okay, we'll say okay, maybe we don't want him to watch something. You can use that to distract him to go upstairs and watch TV upstairs or use something else. Yeah, what I want to discuss, I know it's not going to disturb my son, so I can still be here doing my chatting while I'm seeing the game is playing on the TV. I can be able to see what's going on. So maybe, except if it's a special program that I don't know how to put it, that if they have children, then maybe they shouldn't watch it while the children are around. They will need to, um, would I say, um, the word escaped me. Distract them to do something else. So in another place, you can engage them with a game or some chores while you watch that what you're watching. But it's better you actually watch it when they are not around, or when they are sleeping, or when they're in their bed in their rooms. Yeah. Um. Let me go. It is a common wisdom for marriage. Everyone in the house is wearing your husband flip flop. Come on. I We don't practice that here, though, because my husband have different shoe size from mine. It doesn't mean that I'm even the one sometimes that they get angry that he slip his foot on my slippers and quickly want to get to shed to pick something. Maybe he wants to help us to pick chips, or he wants to pick something from the freezer in the shed. Okay, So anyone can put, why is it so disrespectful if you put your foot on? I've visited a house before where the girl is under 10, and when the dad came by, you know the way they would take their shoe off and leave it in the corner. And normally children would want to put their foot and just walk with their mom's shoe or their father's shoe. And if you see the way the mom screamed that, no, that's not good, that's disrespectful. Like, I was thinking, what's so disrespectful there? It's just a child. They're just being themselves, just walk around with it, except they're going to step on it in a bad way that will make it, maybe reshaping the shoe in a bad way, so that they don't spoil it. But I think some things just need explanation. We just need to explain these things to the children, that why that thing is not acceptable. Why some respect that we're trying to give out to parents or to want our children to give to us, actually they don't have reasons. They tackle their head of why should I? Why should I? I remember those times I used to tell my children, you must wash our plate. They were washing it. Then when they become a teenager, so once we finish eating and they get up, they wash their plate, and you guys are still eating, and they've walked their own way, they've gone upstairs to their room or to do something else, and you're now asking them, they will like, why can't you? They will look, you will see the look like, so whenever we're now chatting, they'll say, why can't you guys wash plates? Is it a special thing? So we have to explain to them that it's also a form of respect. When you guys were little, where I was the one washing your plates, your clothes, and all that, you guys have grown. It's also part of you also giving back to us, respecting us. It's a form of respect. And when we have visitors, they said, oh, when we have visitors, they know that, but you have to wait for us to come from upstairs. Then we start looking at it like, oh, this thing is also making us to be lazy. We need to get up and go take the plate to the sink ourselves. We get it washed. If they're around, they wash it. But you can't always leave your plate and expecting children to always wash it. Like, that's what we practice here. We don't leave plates in the sink. It must be washed in it. So whenever we come here and we see one cup of, we will be asking, who used that cup? Even some people will be saying, I'm not the one that used that cup in the sink before you call me. So it's the little one that we're getting used to, the one that I was monitoring, and that, oh, you must not drop your cup. If you use your cereal bowl, please make sure you wash it. Getting them to also now to do some chores. So this person that is saying, if everyone in the house wearing your husband flip flop is wrong. I don't know everyone that they mean, but to me, if it's even if they have people living with them, visitors, I would say, okay, let's give a form of respect. But if it's an emergency, or they quickly need to sleep, get something on and pick something out there, um, I think it's not that bad. Well, maybe I'm viewing it from a different angle, sha, but they feel daddy must have their special flip flop. Nobody must put their foot into it. It's not right. Tutor Longe said, my 3-year-old son wear my shoes. He sees just to walk. Yeah, just walk around and dance on them. It's always funny to walk. Thank you. Even you see the way they are walking with it safe. Sometimes when they wear that thing, they will not be mimicking you the way you wear it. Especially if they wear the one with ear, they will be doing their leg like this for you to see what you look like, or what they see you like. Then you will say, okay, when you for you what you will know. You better be careful. But some is not. They don't take it lightly. They take it, so they feel it's very rude, that you shouldn't encourage that, you should frown at it. So there are things that our parents frown at when we're growing up, which could have actually helped our cordial relationship, but right now it's not. People don't see the need for it. The way they question, these children question us, they ask question, why we're not able to ask our parent those questions. Then if they said stop that, stop doing that thing, we can't say immediately why. It must take a while before you find a way to ask that, oh, that thing, why is it not good to these people? They will ask you, they want to know why. God bless their soul. Okay, let me move on. And it says anyone can even go as far as wearing your husband's shoes because we are free people in the house. I think it depends on in the house that if it's a family house, like you, your wife, and your children, or you, your husband, and your children. I really don't see, for me, my, would I say, young adult children can't just be keep slipping their foot on their daddy's shoe. They have a slippers around, so the girls would definitely want to go for what is more feminine. But I really don't know what it meant, except maybe they have the brother living with them, the husband brother, um some cousins. Maybe I'm just seeing it differently. So I'm just working on what have here. And it says we are free people in the house. No, no, that's not freedom. That's encouraging dishonor. People find it as you're disrespecting that person. That's encouraging dishonor. That's part of the thing that I think I'm still going to come back to this topic when I have my stream yard thing. Like, why is it dishonoring to use for some or people to use your husband, maybe people that you guys are living in the house together, to use your husband's shoe or to use your wife's shoe? I'm not talking about your for a man, for a man, your sister cannot come and just take your wear your husband's your wife's blouse. That's disrespectful. And I don't expect, I will not also encourage or expect my brother to come and wear my husband's shirt, my husband's shoe to go out. No, that one is disrespectful. But if we're just in the house, he can't even wear his clothes while we're in the house, except it's something that is given to him. Is given him as a dash. But if it's just slippers that everyone is wearing in the house, or I don't know how to put it, but I think there should be a limit to it anyway. So creating that respect, if it's too much of like this, everything sa 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 sa. He's coming. When they hear his footstep, then everybody will get up. I see it in some houses. Once they hear their father's footstep, if they're watching something or reading, everybody will pack up. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I know you want to show respect, greet them, and there shouldn't be this out palpitating thing that, oh, daddy's here, mommy is here, everywhere must scatter. The devil, no, 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 no. And he said, no, that's not freedom. That's encouraging dishonor. They will soon drink your husband's special wine in the house because you are a freedom person. Special wine. I think, like I said, I'm still going to come back to this topic. Yeah, when the husband gets a wine and keep it as a special wine, who are the people that are living with them? Because another should be the one that should drink the wine. You know what? I've forgotten that I'm on Facebook. Let me see if yeah, okay. So the husband, the another should be the one that should be able to drink wine. Where exactly in the house is it being kept? Do you guys already have rules? So I think in this aspect there should be rules that people will know. Okay, that maybe the bar is only meant for daddy, or I don't know, or that's the, because I know in the house there are some people that have cups that is only meant for visitors. When they have visitors, they know these cups are what we use for visitors. It's not for everyone. I do have a show glass, but that's called show glass, a cupboard where is a transparent glass that covers. We have cups, wine cups, and all that. So when we have visitors, we know what to get. It's not the same thing that we use as everyday thing. I understand that, but if it's people that you're living with, those who have a relative living with them, or friends and families who live with them, they might need to have some small rules in place. And I'm wondering, I don't know how they're going to introduce those rules, like, oh, you cannot use this cup. This one is for daddy. That one is for mama. I don't know. I don't know. Please, if anyone that watch this program and feel and have an idea to it, because I might be seeing it in a different way. I did treat a topic a few months ago, and someone was telling me that, oh, it's because of where I am. That's why I'm seeing it differently. That it's not practiced in Nigeria that way. But I was not born here. I was born in Nigeria. I grew up there to my 20s. So yeah, I there's some things I don't just see that way. But so, let me know. Let me continue. And he says, "Allow me correct you, please. It is not your husband's place to enforce this boundary." Hey, um, no, it's your place. You wife. It will be better received from you by everyone without undertone of your husband being an alpha or something. You know you are simply preserving your husband's honor in the house. The way we preserve our husband's honor in the house, I think, is quite different. We view from different angles. From my own angles, I think it all depends. If our relative is living with us, which I don't, I think, yeah, there should be some boundaries. But should the wife be the one to enforce this boundary? What are the boundaries? Are those boundaries you want to be enforced? Would you be communicated? Would you be communicating that with your wife? I don't know. It is a kind of long topic or that topic that where it says the wife must be the one to enforce the boundary. How would the wife enforce the boundary? When it comes to clothes, I would not agree to people going to use the man's clothes. You can't come to my room and be taking my husband's clothes. So of course, you don't create that familiarity in the first place. They should have their room. Everyone should have what they will use it. So passing to my room, you can't come to my room without there's a need for it. My children are free to come to my room. We don't even lock door. How do I say? I open door most of the time. So if they want to come into the room, of course the door is already open. They knock, even if I can still see them. But if you have would I say third party living with you guys? Of course, there should be a little boundary, things that maybe is meant for your husband, like his clothes. When it comes to his shoes, I don't think the third party should be using his shoes, depending. This is how I see it from my own view. I'm saying this from my own is my own opinion. I don't think they should be using his shoes, and maybe a couple of things, but saying the wife has to be the one to enforce the boundaries, I do not know how that should be done, except maybe if herself and her husband has discussed what should not be used and how they can enforce it, because the man can also enforce such boundary in a way. It could be passed across calmly in a polite way. No, sometimes no matter how politely you send this boundary across, some people will still perceive it wrongly. So you just make sure you do it as best as you can. Yeah. Um, I think I'm getting the point of this person saying, allow me correct you, please. It is not your husband's place to enforce this boundary. I do not agree with that. I would say I agree, maybe 30%, because some enforcements of some boundary for your husband, he has to be the one to do it. The only time I think you can enforce those boundaries is maybe if your own relatives are living with you, then I would say the you should be able to set a few boundaries so that your maybe siblings don't just ride on your husband, and he might not want to talk, but he will take it out on you, or you might see his face. He might be having a strong face. He wouldn't want to be coming home too early sometimes, just because you want to come home and go to bed. Or when you come home, few 2 3 minutes is already in the bedroom. You wouldn't want to spend time where your relatives, your siblings are. Then with that, yes, you need to enforce those boundary in a way. You need to find a way of enforcing those boundary and let them. You don't even let issue stay hang around anyhow. When it's to come, you guys can have it maybe after he hears in your, if you can hear in your bedroom, fine. else, yeah, I don't think. Well, maybe you might know the kind of brother you have or upbringing that you guys has. For your brother to want to come and use put his foot on your husband's shoe, relationship matters. How did you get there? How are you guys communicating things across? But that's a huge work for the wife to notice it. And when it comes to our own relative living with her, there should be a way you can enforce it, and the man too will not be able to, will limit the way they interact. They say there's a saying that says too much familiarity brings insult. um so you might need to kind of revalue the way you interact with them, the familiarities with him and those relative, or with his own brother or sisters. Some family issues are quite deep and intense to dive into. The way you undo it would definitely be read wrongly by another person. No matter how subtle, the best way you think you can approach the issue, it will not sit well with some people. Let's say, for example, some people believe in polygamies, while some don't. So imagine when the other party now decide want to uh, practice polygamy. Those who do not believe in it or subscribe to it will see them as, what's wrong with you? Like you're being special, over, you're not just normal. So yeah, it does not sit well with some people. Why it does sit well with some people. Some men also believe that their wife has to put water in the bathroom. God have mercy. Well, maybe I don't know. God help me today with this. Like, maybe um. Okay, Google, could you stop the alarm, please? Okay, Google, stop the alarm. Okay, sorry. So um I don't know how to come into this. There's a wide topic about on this issue. When it comes to a wife putting water in the bathroom shower room for her husband, is a respect, is an honor. But um I don't know how they started. God help me. I hope I will not offend some people today. But there's no, I will not. Well, it depends on how they start their relationship. If the and where they live as well, fingers are not equal, and how people start, they might start living in self-contained, where it's very nice later, as financially okay they are. If they are living in a place where the bathroom is quite far further off from the main building, and if they are ready to shower, see me, I will advise that, if as a wife, or if you're a girlfriend and your man want to shower, is ready to shower, y- if you can get the water ready for him somewhere and he's ready to go, he can take the bucket and take it there, because he's a man. He has more muscle, only more muscle to carry the thing and go. Do you know? Hey, God have mercy. Hey, I hope this lady will not watch this thing. There was this lady that, once the husband wants to go to in the morning, she will go and fetch water. Those conga, the well. She will do the water this thing. She herself is still going to work. It's not like she's at home, she's not doing anything. She will get the water in the bucket. She will put the sponge. They have a container where they put the sponge, the soaps, and all that. Then she would take it to the bathroom. So, because I think they've got a couple of tenants, So they will line up. Once one come out, the other one will come in. It's not a bad this thing. It's what they can afford. The thing is, she will be the one that will queue up for the water for her husband. Once her husband is done, she will go and then she will queue up for herself. So if there's two buckets, she'll put two buckets so that once her husband is done, she will go in. And she said some people were now complaining that why can't both of them just go in at once instead of allowing the husband to finish first. Because and I got the message and I didn't like it. Like, yes, if you wake up early and you're fetching water, there's nothing wrong in your husband also fetching water. But I don't know, maybe they do it days by days. Maybe there's a day that the husband will fetch it. There are days that she will be the one that will fetch it since they are both going to work. But if it's her duty to fetch the water and get everything ready for her husband just need to get into the bathroom and shower and come out. The husband, according to what I heard, somebody that finally attests to it did a video. They don't know that maybe she thought the person was just browsing, but video when the husband is time to, she will take the bucket in. Once it's like the last person has gone in, she sends that the person will soon finish. She will call the husband, and when that person is coming out, she take the bowl, the bucket, and put it in the bathroom and walk out. Then the husband will walk in and bath. The husband will walk out, just walk out with the, of course he has his towel and another. He won't take the bucket. It's the lady that goes in to take. Like, no, now if you make yourself a slave, it will get to a stage where you'll be exhausted, you won't feel okay again. And if you want to now start rejecting it, the man will see you as someone who is not or they will say you have open eye. Otilaju, omalotilaju. The world we are in right now, please make that conversation with your man that, there's a way he can help you. So if you're the type that takes the water to the bathroom for your husband, maybe there's something else your husband is doing in the house as well. But I really don't really subscribe to it. Like I said, depending on how where people are living, how it is, but it's funny somehow. So I really don't want to dive into that too much today. Do what pleases you, but do it with sense. If you make yourself too much of a slave, you fetch the water, you take water to the bathroom for your husband, you finish, yeah, you take the buckets in, you wash clothes, you iron clothes, because some men, this is the mentality they have that a woman must do all those things. And to me, I don't think, I think it's something that maybe our parents has done in the past. Right now, it's not something that should be really be going on. You can help once in a while, but it shouldn't be your main sole duties. Who am I to determine your duties? I can't just do it. May God not. If the man is sick, okay, fine. If your mother-in-law visits, of course, it's your duty to get the water ready, put it there. Your father-in-law visits, but when your brother-in-law visits, me Onishi, I will not do it. um, tutor lunch is still here. She said, they will say you have grown wings. Yes, so one otilaju, oti grown wings. Yeah, yeah. She has open eye. She has a. Where I come from, there's this Yoruba language that they will use. They will say Otinkegbe, meaning she has the it's kind of peer pressures, having all those ladies that don't care about what their husband would do. They call some people Egbe Kiloko Oshe, meaning the those group of what will men do, what can men do, something like that. But sometimes it's not really about that. It's about spelling out how you guys need to live well. See, if you do all this thing too much, you will wear out. In as much as those years, most of our fathers are older than our mom. I did not say all, please. Most, then they tend to marry people younger than them, 10 years above, 7 years above, 4 years above. Some people marry their mates, but it's not that rampant as it is in this world right now that ladies ladies go beyond 5 years, beyond 10 years, beyond. It's not as such then. Here then it was not, it's just very few, it's not much, it's, let's say, like 10-20%. So if you overwork yourself, then it get to a state that even the woman start looking like their mom. The man will be looking very still strong and agile, but because the woman has done too much, you go missing no toilet, bathroom, they will even want to use the toilet, the one with the hole. They will go and put water there. Come on now. You're gonna look much older than him. You will look like his mom. Oh no, no. You overwork yourself, you will do children alone, you do that alone. God help me with this topic today. I don't even know I was going to dive into this. Let me read what Tutor Lunch said. I don't stress about those things again. Typically, as a young wife, we always want to do these things as to say wife material, but with the time, she will tell herself the truth. God bless you. See, when some people, when some just start relationship, and they know this, they've already kind of proposed, everything is going on. Yeah, it's my fiancé, it's my fiancé. Okay, you want to take the place of you want to take your place, you want to make sure the house is clean, you're buying food to the house, you're folding clothes, you put make sure maybe weekend if you come around, you put clothes in the washing machine. Now that they have washing machine, so many things. Okay, you're married, you want, but it get to a stage, especially when children start setting in. Those children alone, sometimes they will work. You see, the work is, if you don't go to work that day, they will work that 1 week work in your body. As you're dropping this one, they'll put in it, you scream, then husband will come, you want to do the virtuous wife, you want to do bend down, you give them water to wash, and you give them toothpick, you give them tissue, in fact, God knows that I will not cope. I cannot last in that kind of marriage. But yeah, I get what you mean. That as time goes on, nobody will tell them. But there are some, they are still practicing it. They are complaining behind the closed door. I've got people that are complaining. I've got some that send me emails complaining about them. Some, when I read it, I'll just like, did they force you there? But it's not, I can't respond to them that way because I don't know them personally. So I really don't. Sometimes I will just say, oh, maybe time will tell, you be able to have a discussion with him. But is it by force? Why don't you discuss it? I'm getting tired. If you know you don't need, even if you know you can't, don't want to take help, just let him know that this thing should be maybe for both of us. Whenever you're around our weekend, try and help in the evening, do so thing. I've seen someone that actually responded back to me, and I love the response. She said her husband said, don't, just leave all the plates in the sink whenever if he comes back in the evening, excuse me, he will wash the please let me sip something. He said okay, and that when gets in the evening, he will wash plates. And he said, oh, he's been doing that for the past 3 months. So when he comes in, he just roll up his shirt and go straight to the kitchen and wash all the plates. And I said, okay, that's fine. When she got back to me about the development, all I did was tell her that have a discussion with your husband, what you're struggling with, how you would have loved to continue this way, but your body is not telling you the same thing. So for understanding, have a discussion in a cool time when is you guys are playing, so you can see from your angle. And the husband said, "Oh, you understand that? Okay, I think I can be helping with plates." They agree on plates, but for me, because I am not the type that likes plate being left, I cannot decide at home for her. So I said that's okay, but won't the husband get tired later? She said she feels so, but he's been doing it for the past 3 months. Good luck. So what about the day your husband comes home very late or is very tired? Would you leave the plate and go to bed? I feel if you're cooking, also get to the habit of washing some plates, get things tidy. I feel what I expect the husband to also help with is ironing the clothes. That is not the area she addressed. because she just stated, I don't know if I'll still be able to dig out that email. She will wash clothes, she will sun the clothes, she will iron clothes. I think is this good area where the husband should come in. If you wash clothes, if you have a big bag you're putting in once it's on, so that when he's less busy, he can be watching TV and be ironing. Yeah, my husband does that too. He'll be ironing his son's clothes and his own clothes. Me that don't iron. See this one, I didn't iron it. I have a way of keeping my things most times. So I'm not an iron person. If they want to iron, they've not found a good wife in me there. So it's not as if I've not used iron before. Of course, when we're in school, there all those iron where we put charcoal. You know, yeah, but it's not just something that I would do, that I would just pack clothes and start ironing. No, no, no. So I thought it was the ironing side that the husband would be able to help with. Maybe when they are cleaning it on weekend. There are a few things I expect, but when the husband opted for washing of plate that leave the plate in the sink, what if the plates are bigger than the sink? You're gonna get a bowl and put it in there? Like I said, it's not my house. For as at that time it pleases her, she feels there's an improvement, so all she does is just dump the plate, and she's looking after just one son. By the time they become two or three, and the husband is complaining that why can't you wash plates? I don't know, maybe she will have a rethink. Like you said, nobody's going to teach her, then she will think of something else. Anyway, let me finish this one. I'll finish the stream at exactly 2 hours. Tutolongi, I really appreciate you coming. I don't know. Um, excuse me. I really appreciate you still sticking around. So this person has, as the way the person is still correcting, it says no, it's not in your place. It will be better it is better received from you by everyone without the undertone of your husband's being an alpha. It's not better received. It depends on how they want to receive it. But if it's our own people they will still take it personal, because I can imagine my aunt telling me you can't sit in the sitting room. My husband, whenever my husband is around, you can't sit in the sitting room. You have to leave because you want to watch TV. Eh? I'm just letting you know. Even if she smiles when telling me, I'm like, okay, like, so kilo wa shele. So what happened? Am I going to? Is it so that I don't date him or what? But I don't know. I'm just imagining, mm, like, how would you pass the message across? Is it that you see them as being someone that always lose? They could perceive it wrongly. So I don't know. I feel they push some responsibility on the wife, and the wife, being the wife that we are, we like to carry people's issue on our head. We want to prove like we're the savior, we're the Ayawagba, our chest can carry it. Yeah. Then you take on the task, then you start having more enemies. People will start reading meanings to it. Meanwhile, the husband you're trying to even cover up or show honor to might not even know what you're doing. So I think it's better you both discuss it with your husband so that he knows how you're going about it. Um, lunch. I wanted to say long. Tutor lunch. Are you a Yoruba, or I think I can't remember the. Are you the one that watched this video where your son was sleeping and you went to go and steal a kiss? Because there are some people's video that I can remember. You might be the one that you went to go and steal your son kiss when he was sleeping. When they are sleeping, they are peaceful. I think you're the one. Yes, you are. Oh, you see me. Me, I have it in my head. Yeah, thank you for hanging around. Yeah, so you're Igbo. Oh, okay, so you won't understand those small small Yoruba I'm putting in. Sorry about that if you don't. But there's a way we see, women, we carry this thing, we do the savior. I can do it. It's my husband. We can, but let's just be careful, so that we don't create more enemy even within our own siblings. That is not even with our own parents. So I don't know. We just need to be careful about the way we handle things. Just do it subtle, in a subtle way, in a calm way. Even what is calm to you might not be received by them calmly. They might think, oh, she's rude. if you say it without looking at them and you say gently that, oh ma, please ma, when my husband is around, I'm just looking I'm just looking out they are going to say, ma, my husband is around, could you please excuse so that he can. There's this friend I have, Pat, may God help your life. Oh. When her husband wants to hit, I totally understand, but it's not everyone that will understand. You cannot be in there because the man will be shy to eat. Of course, if someone wants to eat, if they're on the dining, if you guys have a sitting room, you guys can sit there and just face somewhere else. But everyone must vacate that place because it will not feel comfortable to eat. But like I said, everyone with their own with the way they view things. You say some don't care, or they say it anyway. If you don't like it, fine. Yeah. Some wife they will just go there and say, you cannot sit down when my husband is this one. You cannot do this when my husband is down. You cannot sit down when. But how many did our husband tell their own brother when they come to their house that no, you can't sit there when my wife is around. No, you can't sit in the sitting room when my wife is cooking in the kitchen. No, you can't this one. God help us women. What we put on our chest, the way we go, even if you see some women, once they hear anything about their husband, they'll be the one that will go online to write it down to debunk it. Why the man has hands and keyboard? God help us. God help us. Yes, it's okay to fight to stand in for your husband, but I think we just need to pause, then check. Let him put on something if before you put mouth. If someone come to ask you, yes, that person could take wherever you give to them too. I think that person is passing their boundary to have come to you personally, but let's just be careful of how we put things out there while we're trying to defend our husband or trying to be the savior. And the mentality of women doing all the thing just to show that we're the virtuous woman, the most respectful one. When the in-law now comes, that's why the in-law of a boy of 10, 15 years will come. We will expect you to put food on the table for them. Your brothers and cousin, niece, they will sit down, you do all the cooking, you bring everything to the table, they'll finish eating, they will sit down there, they won't help with anything. Why would you not be exhausted? You will be tired now. Then later you even carry those this thing out on your own children when they've gone. See, the this thing is not smiling at us. This stress, and it's going to make you to age. Yeah, it makes people age. So be careful. It's just this one that the person is saying, oh, is the wife, yeah, is the wife that needs to enforce it. Please be mindful of what you enforce. I agree that you can enforce things, but be mindful of the way you enforce things, how you go about it, and what you enforce. There are certain things that is the man that will need to enforce it respectfully by maybe reducing the familiarity. Yeah, so they will get some things. Else, if you're being the one to say, don't sit down in the sitting room while my husband is there, give him the remote and leave the place. Don't use this one. Don't go to this one. You keep giving out the rules. You have become root abakokuo. Even the man, if he hears the way you say it later, he might ask you, Talon meaning who send you message? Like, did I ask you to do that? Did I ask you to do that for me? That you're actually even painting him, but you're making people to dislike him. So the way we put their matter on our head sometimes, it get us a bill. May God help us. So based on keeping things having a special thing in the house, I think it also depends on how you view things. Is it that you make it an idol, that's something that they must not touch, it must be worship? I don't worship what I have as like is my personal thing. I don't worship it. It's not like something that someone else cannot touch, but keep it clean, and maybe make sure you keep it where you met it later. You don't leave it hanging around and being the one sorting it out. People that says if you don't touch your husband's cup or their plate that the children cannot touch or use it, that is a dishonor. I don't know how people see it. When we were growing up, we made to understand that that's how we should be. Daddy has their cup, they have their chair, they have their this one. I don't subscribe to. I can't say the children should go and wear their daddy's clothes. Of course, they have to help their dad also. As how they grow, my children don't wash my husband's clothes. When you guys have washing machine, once it's time to sort out clothes, we just put clothes in the washing machine by colors. Colors. If it's white, all the white will need to go in the distance. So anyone that is doing the washing will just put it in there. If it's them, if it's him, so then once it's out, we start folding clothes, or so depending on how people are handling their own things in their own house. So be careful of the what you enforce, what you're taking as a special things, what are people, how are people reading meanings to it. Maybe you need to spell it out. That's my own take on if you're having a special cup or you have a special corner, have a special things. I we know our husband, most of them, I didn't say all of them, their car is their a special wife. I did not say second or first too. It's special. So they take some things like their car a bit special. Of course, once they are watching TV, I do agree that try to respect that time with them. Don't start dragging the remote, the TV with them. If you already know, if they some of them will we will let you know. Oh, Arsenal is playing at so time out, so you know they want to watch football. And if that's the time you want to watch your Netflix, if you have another TV, go with it. Or if you have your iPad, your phone, do it during that time so they can enjoy their time. It's not as if if they are the type that are always on the TV or wherever, then I'll say okay, they overdo. But else, if it's one of those times that they just come to spend the time in the sitting room, let them have the time to watch their games or wherever they want to watch. But that does not mean people need to leave that environment for them. This mentality of they must always be alone, like I don't know. Even God, we go to God in church, we still scream. When we get to church, we will sing, shout, dance, do everything. He's still tolerating us. So I don't think we should make our husband and our idol, because um they might not like how you're taking them. If they got used to it, if you complain later, they might ask you, did were they the one who enforced it? No, you enforced it, and you start feeling bad that why did you actually start it in the first place? Some ladies, what they do is that those things they feel is going to make their husband to love them more. And these men, initially they might like it, but later it might be embarrassing to them. And that's the honest truth. When it's becoming embarrassing to them, it's not all of them who can let you know that, oh, this thing is embarrassing, don't do it again. um okay, yeah, they might not tell you that don't do this thing again, it's embarrassing. Or some don't want you to do that thing when their friends are around. They might see the way their own wife too. And some of these people, they only brag outside. My wife cannot do this one. I will this. It's a lie. So just be careful. Also know what will embarrass him when maybe his friends are around, or if he's around his friends. Try and be yourself though, and just know what you're going to enforce. Even when it comes to your own family members, because you can't really chase everyone away. And I do agree that your family members, your relatives should respect your husband, even if they're older than your husband. I've got someone that she is the last born for the family. So husband, all the siblings, I will share this case study one day. All our sisters and brothers, they call her husband by his name, but she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it because her husband is 12 years older than her. And yeah, so obviously the two of her sister is not, her husband is older than them. So she felt they shouldn't be calling him by his name. So the way she was trying to enforce that, the way we reason. That's why I said we women, the way we carry things on our chest, like, oh yeah, I can do the talking. We turn ourselves to their saviors. Just do it in a subtle way, else you will create enmity between you, your husband, the one you're trying to even fight for, your relative. You'll be walking on an eggshell all the time around them. You can't sleep well. You can't hear their names without having that mind. Your mind is jumping up. Just be careful. The same way with men as well. Men don't like when their wife has been disrespected, though. But I think most of them have a way of going about it. It's just that women, oh my God, they can do the drama. If the man want to tell their younger ones, don't disrespect my wife, they will say it. They might say categorically and walk away. But women, drama must follow. Drama must follow. They must show drama. The thing must be, the husband must hear that they did drama. Like I said, some ladies feel that once they do all those things, their husband will love them more. And before I would say, okay, that was what would they make us to understand, like, the way you respect them, show this one. Well, go matter once the side chick wants to take over, ma take over, Nisha. So just do it in with wisdom, and leave room for what if. Leave a room for what if. Do it with sense. Do it with sense. Don't create enemies. Also remember that even while you're fighting for them, or you're trying to fight their freedom, you're trying to fight for their corners, you're trying to enforce something, remember you have children. They might take those things out on your children. Those children might not be able to tell why they are being given one attitude or the other while they're out, or with their niece, their cousins, their uncles. It might be because of the way you are enforcing things. So do it with common sense. I think I have really covered this topic in a way that I didn't even know I was going to get to this hours, which is about, what you're keeping special, how you enforce or create boundaries for your spouse. I might need to change the title, how you create boundaries for your spouse. And the way some people would take the boundary is respect, enforcing respect as well. Let's just do it with common sense. That's for women. That's my advice for women. If you're a man and you have such things happening, I'm sure you'll be able to undo it well. Undo it well, and how you're going to speak to maybe your relatives, so that they don't disrespect your wife. And please don't also put your wife in the space where they will come in and feel like, what, she's a wife, so she must serve me. She must take the plate. You spell some things out. Try to also observe whenever you're around them. See how your wife, if your wife is giving too much, you can call her in and let her know, no, reduce this one. I don't want tomorrow's stories that I won't be able to handle. I don't know. Do what pleases you, but please, let's try to do it with sense, so that we don't have story of, if I knew I wouldn't have started. No one is perfect. We make mistake. I've made mistake too in the past, so we're all work in progress. And that's it for me. Thank you, Tutor Launch. I really appreciate you spending time with me. I don't know the second person that joined again now. Thank you. I want to thank Chisom. She was the first one who joined earlier. I don't know if she's still the one here now, because I know she said she was at work. She's at work, and she was just listening on there. So she might be busy at one time or the other. Yeah. So that's it. Common sense. Yeah. Common sense. It's common sense for us women. No, let's do it with common sense. Thank you. Common sense, yeah, it needs to be common. The way our parents then, they carry the thing for head. Right now, you see, some men will tell you, I still want to further my career. It's you that will be giving birth, be pregnant every five, how many months, how many years. They'll tell you they want to further. You now be thinking, so they don't want to use raincoats, but they expect you to be the one to do family planning. We're coming back to that topic another day, and they want to further their career. God help us. Thank you very much, launch, tutor launch. Chisom, yes, you are the one. Okay, thank you very much for listening. I do appreciate. I know you are work, so you won't be able to type. I will get your comment later. If you have anything you want to drop in there, I'm not stopping anyone from respecting their husband. Please respect and honor your husband. I'm married. You might not see me with ring all the time. It's once in a while that sometimes I remember I'll put it on. Sometimes I don't, depending on my work. My work obviously make me to take it up. But I'm not stopping. So they won't say, oh, she's married though. She wants people to leave their marriage. No, please respect your home and do not overwork yourself. Also remember that all these things will tell in your body as well. Have a discussion with your husband if you know there's things that are overwhelming to you. Discussion, communication matters. It's not by putting everything in your head to do that shows respect. They might not even value it. Have a discussion with them. Some of them might even want to help, but because you're not calling them or you're not discussing it with them, they might not be able to know when to come in, and they might still be seeing you as you still have those old mentality of doing everything. Remember the person that said we have to take a bucket to the bathroom, and you're complaining behind the closed door. Why don't you have a conversation with the man that you need to start helping in this way? It depends. So I'm not stopping anyone from I'm not encouraging anyone to leave their home or disrespect your husband, but please, when you're trying to enforce some respect, honor, as they say, do it wisely, be subtle with it, or also have a conversation with your husband before you enforce those boundaries with maybe your husband's family is before you enforce it with your own family as well, your in-laws and all that. So even when it's being perceived wrongly from them, if it's being perceived wrongly from them, your husband would be aware of it. So if you hear it that, oh, they are being reserved to you because of the way you wanted so thing, he will know that is what you guys have discussed or how you go about it. He will not be the one that will call you and say, Ngbo, miss, okay, come here. I heard that you said so thing to so person. I don't like you. Be like, oh, I was only trying to let them respect you. And if we tell you, I send you message, just do it with wisdom. May God continue to help us as we're trying to be a virtuous woman in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in my next one. I will see you tomorrow by God's grace. Do take care. Bye. Bye, Tutor Lunch, and bye, Chisom. Bye to everyone who will watch this later. Thank you. And to those people watching from Facebook as well, I do appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. God, I didn't even know I was going to spend up to 2 hours, but this thing wants to turn me into talkative, which I am not to. Okay. Why is it not? Is it closed? Is it YouTube or what? It takes time to go off.